Hello, my name is Andrew Dever. I am 32 years old with Down syndrome. I'm currently living with my parents over in Amokarawa, and I went to an Anzac Day dawn service.
Poems, reading, and last post and the valley and the laying of a wreath. Now I've chosen for music for God Defend New Zealand. Instead of having a brass band playing, we've got a school choir and a school teacher, so we can all sing along with it in Maori and in English.
Atua o ma'iwi matora Aja bakarona Me aroanoa Kia pua ko te pai Kia tātou pai Mana ki te au mai Aotearoa God of nations at thy feet in the bonds of love we meet. Hear our voices, we entreat. God defend our free land. God Pacific's triple star from ashes of strife and war. Make her praises heard afar. God defend New Zealand.
Thank you. We have a reading now from. Jake going to do it? No. Alan's going to do it. A letter from the front, sent home from the First World War. From his great uncle?
From my, well, you'll see when it comes out. Bit of a story. Lucky I wrote it big. A letter arrived home from the Middle East, dated 1918, 102 years ago. Let us remember Trooper Reginald Napier Creswell. Dear Mrs. Creswell, I wish you to accept my deepest sympathy in the death of your son, R.N. Creswell. He has been in my troop right through. I could not wish for a better soldier or more willing worker. By his bright and cheery manner, he kept things always merry, and his death is much regretted. Unfortunately, after this last stunt, many of our best men contracted malaria, and in some cases complications set in, resulting in death. You'll be proud that your son's name will go down in undying memory of one of the many who has paid the supreme price for our great victory. He died in the 27th General Hospital and is buried in Cairo. Your youngest son is at the base at present, and when last I saw him, was very fit. With the deepest sympathy, believe me, yours sincerely, A.G. Simpson, Lieutenant, 9th Squadron, Wellington Mounted Rifles. So Mrs. Creswell is my great-grandma. Reg, that's my granddad's brother. And Ray, that was the other son, was my grandfather. My granddad Ray was 20 at the time, and his older brother Reg was just 22. The brothers served through Jordan, Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria. When Reg was wounded, it took nearly 2 weeks to get him out behind the enemy lines, then a long trek by camel to reach hospital in Cairo. He, along with many others, contracted malaria. Reg died 28th of October 1918, aged just 22, 2 weeks before the armistice. Ray finally returned home to New Zealand in 1919 to extreme hardship. All his possessions had been sold. His war pension had been spent to support the family. Many years of hardship and hard times followed. He died young on the 3rd of December 1942, aged just 44, leaving behind a wife and 4 children. Let's remember all those who have given so much over the years.
Thanks, Alan. And I think a lot of us will relate to that. We had grandparents in the First War, parents in the Second War, friends who went to all of the other wars, and a lot of us have been to the places where these wars have taken place. And it's very poignant that when you go there, you actually feel. I know a lot of us have been to Gallipoli. Kathy and I went to the Western Front just in October last year. And to see the places where this hardship took place is really hard to really understand. But the feeling when you're there is just so strong. We actually went to Flanders Fields. We were in Flanders Fields in the Somme for a week, and that's where the poem by Lieutenant Colonel McRae, is a relation of yours, Pete? Oh, spelt different? Okay, you could have claimed it. Wrote the poem in Flanders Fields. I actually had the very moving experience of reciting it in Tyne Cot, in the cemetery. There was 20,000 graves. And that's where the poppy started, and that's where the poppy is still represented on Anzac Day all around the world. I'll recite it for you now. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amidst the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunsets glow, loved and were loved, but now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarry with the foe. To you, from failing hands, we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep. Though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. There's another very famous poem written by Binion, and Howard is now going to give you a little background and read that.
Well, just while I come up and stand up here to address you all, the guy that wrote what is probably the most well-known verse of commemoration for Anzac Day, he wrote it while he was sitting on the cliffs facing out towards France and Britain, and he wrote it about 4 weeks after the First World War started, when the casualty figures started coming into the UK. He was too old to join the war, but subsequently joined the Red Cross and worked as a stretcher bearer for the remainder of the First World War. The poem is 8 stanzas long, and in the middle of it is the verse that you will all be very familiar with. So it's a time for the fallen. With proud thanksgiving, a mother for her children, England mourns for her dead across the sea. Flesh of her flesh they were, spirit of her spirit, fallen in the cause of the free. Solemn the drums thrill, death august and royal, sings sorrow into immortal spheres. There is music in the midst of desolation and a glory that shines on our fears. They went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end, against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. So this is where they shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We'll remember them.
They mingle not with their laughing comrades again. They sit no more at familiar tables of home. They have no lot in our labour of the daytime. They sleep beyond England's foam. But where our desires are and our hopes profound, felt as a wellspring that is hidden from sight, to the innermost heart of their own land they are known as the stars are known to the night. As the stars that shall be bright when we are dust, moving in marches upon the heavenly plain, as the stars that are starry in the time of our darkness, to the end they remain. And that is all of the Four Fallen.
Thank you, Howard and Alison. Jackie has spent all week making a wreath, which Luke and Jackie will put up. And that will be the end of our little ceremony. Anzac biscuits, and I'm sure you've all got your mugs of coffee, and if you'd like to have a shot of rum in it, there's a bottle of rum there to go around. Thank you. If anyone wants to put a poppy up or anything, feel free.